Enchanté, mon chers. Oui. Oh, already lots of things coming out. Too much. Just an explosion of love. Heart explosion. Me, 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 me. How are y'all? We're here for our weekly romance oracle and tarot reading. This is a love reading for the collective. It's good for all signs reading. Hello, algorithm, all signs reading. Dear algorithm, this is Margaret. Can you hear me? Okay. We are here to take a look at the week ahead to see what would serve us best in our love lives. So let's get focused. Let's settle in here. Oh, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Interesting. This could be someone that you have physically met before, that you have met in a past life, or hold on to your horses here. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but I don't know if I've ever have either. But maybe you've already met, your souls have met and been acquainted in this life, and you're preparing to meet soon. So it's anybody's game, but this could be the one. Interesting. And you know what? I would say I always like to pull some sort of practical application of each card that we can apply to like our own personal development, because really, that's the only thing we have control over. So this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. It's you. And so the first relationship that we have to develop is with self. And we have to learn to love ourselves and accept ourselves, and also become the partner that we want to draw in, right? We need to embody those virtues and those aspects so that we can have affinity with them, therefore resonate vibrationally with them, and be able to call in the proper radio signal, the matching frequency to that. Otherwise, if we're not that yet, then we're still going to be like attracting in vibrational matches to where we're at. And so that's going to be mirrors to our own level of development or chaos. So, as we up level, so do our opportunities for more successful relationships. And so from a Kabbalistic point of view, there are 4 different levels of relationship. There's the, I think it's first mates, practice mates, tikkun mates, and soulmates. And so first mates are the level of relationship where it's super superficial, casual dating. It can be in adolescence, but there are times in our life, no matter how old we are, that we have dated people more seriously than others. And so a first mate relationship is really just the very surface level. Practice mates are the people that we have a little bit more deeper connection with, more investment. These are the people that we learn how to relationship with. They're the people that we learn relationship skills with and go deeper and stick it out and, take in the complexities and different aspects of the varying stages of a relationship and the criteria and what it takes to be in one, right? We learn how to communicate, hopefully, or we just keep circling back and forth between our same mistakes. We might be bad students, right? But it's the learning experience. And then tikkun mates are the people that those karmic partnerships, where tikkun is a Hebrew term that describes our soul correction in this life, where we, balance and heal and integrate and elevate our souls as we're here through the human experience, through lifetime after lifetime. And so we have soul contracts with people before we come in, and they're different levels of soulmates, friends, family, whatever, however they, present each time. But we have these things that we interplay with one another to work out and work through. And so, a tikkun mate is someone who comes to prepare you in ways that cause you to have to put to practice what you learned with the practice mate, but now you have to go deeper into your own soul healing through that. And sometimes it's those really, you know, those relationships where we look back and we're like, what the hell was that? Like, why did was that a terrible mistake? Like what happened? And sometimes the hardest relationships have to crack us open at rock bottom to show us the parts of ourselves that we couldn't see before, that need to be worked on, that need to be seen and healed. And it took those conditions almost, or we needed, like, it's always up to us, right? We always have, you know, free will, but like we let it get to that point, wherever it was that we needed to get that lesson across. Maybe we're still needing that wake up call. And so that's why we cycle back around in these cyclic karmic partnerships, tikkun partnerships. So tikkun mates are those people where we have these, we work out our patterns with those people. We can see them and we can break them, because what happens is if we don't address those tikkun issues within that relationship will eventually self-destruct or become too toxic to carry on, or it'll run its course. So you'll graduate in that relationship you've gone as far as you can with that person, and you feel like it's complete, and you're just moving on and moving forward. And so where was I? We're at tikkun mates. Oh yeah, and so we're breaking the cycle. So these are the people that show you your patterns. And so if you don't resolve or heal in that relationship, then the next relationship, although you will have a period of like a honeymoon phase where everything will be great, perfect, and wonderful, eventually that will fade away. And within that relationship, that same lesson will come around again. It's like being in school and you're like, okay, well, I finished 9th grade. Now I'm going into 10th grade. I'm still taking chemistry. We're just taking chemistry 2 now. It's like the sequel, you know, and it's to go back to the origin story, crosscut to the origin story. So yeah, you're going deep into those roots to heal those things. And so sometimes it takes a few goes at relationships with people to get it at different angles, right? To come at it from different sides. And so that's kind of what those relationships serve. It's like you're going through relationship school, but you're also working out a lot of stuff that you need to do a lot of heavy lifting with, and you're out in the battlefield, and it's like relationships take a hit, you know, and it's like the sacrificial relationship that teaches you and prepares you to be able to have the capacity to merit the soulmate level relationship. Because if you're not able to have those skills and you don't appreciate it and you don't have the consciousness and like the understanding of what that is, then you can't have it. Like you simply can't see it or know what it is or how to do it. You won't function in it, you know. It'll self-sabotage because your patterns will still be there. So it's like if you don't resolve the problem and you think, I'm going to leave this relationship so I can go to another relationship and it'll be better and this won't be a problem for me there. Well, yeah, it will be. Now, if you're in a relationship, it's not saying like never in the relationship if it's toxic or bad until it's just like absolutely it's just worse. It's not saying that. It's just that it's like where's your consciousness? Are you like at the place of consciousness where you are like, okay, it's time. This is the way it needs to be. And this is complete? Or are you running away from something into something else thinking that this is going to be the solution? Because the outside is not the solution. The inside, dealing with the inside job is the solution. Otherwise, you're taking the same problem with you to have to work it out in all your pop quizzes in the next grade because the assignments are going to show up, right? So it's about leveling up your capacity to have relationship and know how to navigate and integrate your skills and embody that wisdom within the next one and the next one until they become a soulmate level relationship where you are resonating with yourself so consistently and unfluctuating and fully that you have a strong enough signal and a stable enough signal to then attract someone who's equally yoked, where you can stand shoulder to shoulder together, you can build together, you have the same vision of what you want, you are both like mutually in it 100%. You're like, no, like come hell or high water, like this is what I want. And it's a person who, you know, even though they make you feel more of yourself, you know, than anybody, they still challenge you, but in positive ways. And so it's two individuals that are whole enough and have done enough healing. I mean, we're always works in progress, but they can sustain, they have a shot at coming together with that person without ruining it, had they not done all the training and preparing that they did in the previous relationships. So now you've built the capacity to have something that's sacred and magical and powerful, that the two brought together become more of themselves than they would have been able to achieve on their own. And then because of that sustained, like the strength of the vessel, we have when we say we've built the vessel, it means we have the capacity to handle something and to take care of it and to cherish it and know like how to value it and not squander, right? And not ruin, have the strength and the faith and the self-worth to not, you know, self-sabotage. So, and you appreciate it and you have the desire to want it and to keep making an effort. So the vessel is there and you have the capacity to have the best shot at maintaining that. It's not a guarantee, but it's the best shot. And then the union is so positive that the positivity spills over and has a positive effect on the surrounding community and at large, right? So that's the soulmate relationship. So the more that we prepare through our preparation of self, then the more that we are making that frequency and that signal sustaining and loud and clear. It's like FM versus AM, you know, it's better reception. All right, what else? Ooh, deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So this is a warning that if you want to meet someone that could be the one, then you have to be authentic and be who you really are and not be deceptive and not be manipulative or evasive or too strategic, even in a benign way, like trying to be, you know, this or that and try to present someone that you're not. Also, maybe like so the situation is not as it appears, and there's things that you don't know or what have you, but just be aware that the more authentic that you are, the more you will attract someone, or the more that you will be clear on who is right for you and who isn't. And if you deceive yourself about someone and you ignore the red flags or you ignore where you're incompatible, then you're only cheating yourself and it's going to hold you back in your love life. All right. What do you think? What next? What else? Okay, wait, hold on. This one. Ooh, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. We are in Mercury Retrograde. I don't know when you're seeing this, but we're in the middle of eclipse season. So we just had Libra's full moon lunar eclipse on March 25th, and now we're headed towards the full moon or the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th. So, and then there's also Mercury retrograde. So a lot of stuff could be happening. So people from the past could be coming back around. That's very common during a Mercury retrograde. So be careful, because it could be that maybe things aren't as they seem and there's a possibility of reconciliation, or you could at least like come to closure and forgiveness and reconcile and be able to fully like process something and let it pass. But there could be a mixed bag. So be discerning and don't be any rush, because you're waiting for the one. But the opponent could send in a pendulum, as we've been talking about in the videos, right? Like a test right before the one comes in. So don't get in any rush, right? This could be the one you already know, the person, the romantic partner that you seek. Someone's wearing a false mask in reconciliation. So this could be, you know, a situation of not playing it too cool. Be open. If someone you really care about comes back around, take your time. Don't just necessarily give them, like, make trust be earned, and take your time and be wise and discerning, because you just never know. But be open to maybe hearing them out. Don't be too quick to dismiss or be, you know, don't put up a false mask. Like, be honest, be real. You can be, you know, have boundaries and strength and self-respect and still be honest, and you can still have limits and all of that. So yeah, the seed level of what something could begin at, you don't want to start with manipulation and you know, false masks. It's like, just be real, right? Don't waste any more time. Like, let this new timeline be something revolutionary about how we approach relationship. And, you know, it's like when you play a bunch of games, you're not getting an authentic connection. You're just getting someone's stirred up trauma responses and chemical responses. And, you know, it's a manipulation, it's a strategy rather than just being real, you know, and you can temper that and pace that out. You know, you don't have to, like, you know, show all your cards, right? But you can, you know, you don't have to, like, play too cool or put on a false self, right? Just be yourself. It may not be as, like, malicious as someone is a liar and a red flag. Like, there is a red flag card in this deck. Let's see if this is it. No, express your love. Oh my God. So yeah, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Like, maybe just be approachable, be genuine, but don't be too easily, like, convinced or won over. Maybe just, like, take your time, right? No rush. If it's real, if it's genuine, then what's the hurry? So give things time to take, like, a healthy pace, and be able to take your time and be emotionally sober as you're, like, really getting to know the person that is now and the person that you are now. Because everybody's going through this portal, and so everyone's been going through this transformation on some level, whether they've been, like, participating with it consciously or not. So it's anybody's guess, right? But you will definitely not know if you don't show up as your real self and, like, with authenticity in a genuine way. But that doesn't mean that you have to be too, like, available. I mean, this could be, you know, you just want to, you never know, right? It could not be, right? It could be a bad idea. It's Mercury retrograde. You may want a completely fresh start with a completely new slate, but it, you know, everybody's different, right? All right, moving on. I mean, this could be the one. You've already met the partner that you seek. So we've got moving on. And this could be moving on from the past and having a fresh start, because reconciliation was in the cards. But you could decide ultimately, like, hey, you could hear the person out. You could talk. You can have an honest heart-to-heart conversation. And then you could have all the closure that you need to just move forward and have something new. Share the love. This is 3 of Cups. So this could be, you know, celebrating and having a happy, fun thing happening. But deception, it's like someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship, and there's 3 of Cups energy. So that could be like a third party energy. It could literally be another person that's still in their life in some way, that they're entangled with them, maybe romantically, maybe not. Sometimes the third party energy is like having someone that you have, like, a financial responsibility to, or having someone that you, like, have to have, like for instance, like, if people had worked together or something and you're stuck in the proximity of the person. Maybe someone has a priority of, like, their children, obviously, over someone new that they're meeting, or and they have issues to deal with there and all of that. or they are in a moment where they have to really focus on career, and this is a window of opportunity, and so that's kind of the priority. And so it's like they, that's the third party energy. It's like they'd like to present that they could give more than they can, but they can't, right? So that's one reason why we should be honest and upfront about what we want, what we need, what we're really not wanting to settle for at this point, so that you can feel out like there's more than just chemistry that's needed. There's compatibility, there is good timing, there is like mutual readiness and enthusiasm and a desire. You need to desire like to have the same goals, or else it just won't work out anyway. So, moving on and share the love. And this could be the one. It could be like, okay, well, moving, towards something that's worth celebrating, and something positive. But everyone will have to fill that out for themselves. I feel like there's a lot of different storylines that are here in this particular reading. Reconciliation. So we're moving on. 8 of Cups, we've got 3 of Cups. So maybe it's like moving on from even these old like situations where something else is a priority and you aren't, like you're coming second, right? Here we have flow. So this is actually the Wheel of Fortune, where it says reconciliation and flow. This could also mean that like your destiny is going to even out for all the times that you thought this could be the one and it wasn't. And like finally things are going to even out in your love life. And it could be with someone that you are reconciling with from the past. Or it could be just like a new start and a new cycle in your love life, where it's like finally like the wheels have changed, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, and it's reconciling. It's making up for all the things, all the effort, all the growth that you've put into yourself was in that spiritual storehouse, and all those relationships that didn't work out, that felt like you had been wasted. It's like it wasn't wasted because you've held on to that love vision. And now it's like you're holding out, you're not settling, and you're taking your time really being discerning. And it's like the universe sees that you're not settling, and it's about to deliver the manifestation very, very soon. So start expressing your love to the universe. Start telling the universe like, hey, I'm ready for my love vision, and start talking about it and singing like songs that make you feel about it, and like definitely start claiming it and naming it and calling it in, because it could be close. Whee! Shine. Oh my gosh, the Sun card. Or wait, this is 19. Yeah, this is the Sun card. So this is, yes, joy. The beginning of new things that are very prosperous. This is an awakening. This is a rebirth. That is an up level. The traditional tarot depicts a naked baby riding a white horse and leaving like a wall behind on the back, and surrounded by sunflowers. That the sunflowers, they keep their eyes and their consciousness on the light, and they follow the sun all day long, right? And that's what we need to do. We need to keep our eyes and our focus on the sun day and night, burn through our redness. But like keep our eyes on and keep our focus, our consciousness on the light. And yes, this is coming in, that I feel this awakening, that I feel it already happening. And so good things are happening. And if something doesn't feel like it's a good thing happening, then it's time to release that with closure, that good things are awaiting you, and that there are good things coming, and to have that faith and that certainty and that confidence, and express what you want and what you don't want to settle for, and what you need to the universe and to whoever, what suitors are coming along, people that you're seeing or whatever. That way, you can both not waste any time and throw yourselves out of alignment. Because what's worse is like spending too much time with one person that's not going to be right, and then having to go through the painful breakup process, or just going in too long where it's not easy to like separate ties, right? So when it's a no, then like clear the space for the real thing. Coca-Cola, taste the real thing. Don't settle for Pepsi. Coca-Cola, you're free to sponsor me if you'd like. Let me know. I'm a hardcore Coca-Cola fan. All right, y'all. I feel good about this. I really do. I think good things are coming. Call it in. Ciao.